right, today we're going to be talking about 5 DVC resorts that are being refurbished in 2023 and one that's being refurbished in 2024.
Yeah, so we're going to get our hammers and do some work. Oh, we're not?
No.
Oh.
We'll leave it up to the professionals.
I can be professional. I'm Brad.
All right, I'm Kim.
We're 6260 Ohana, California. Okay, so yeah, there's 5 resorts we're going to be going through. Well, kind of major and some maybe not so major. So let's explain the refurbishment schedule for DVC.
Every 7 years, all DVC resorts go under what they call a soft refurbishment. So it's kind of like a little sprucing, new linens, upholstery, paint, maybe some updates to flooring. Just kind of a sprucing, if you will.
Yeah, you don't need those for that.
Maybe. These ones might.
Okay, and then every 14 years, they do go through a major renovation.
So, number 1, which is behind schedule, is Bulger Ridge Villas over at Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, we've actually never stayed here because of they've been behind schedule for so long, and we've heard there's been people begging for these to be done.
They were in pretty rough shape, and the pandemic didn't help much, but they have finally got back on schedule. And the new concept art that Disney released, they look gorgeous.
Yeah, so what to expect? You're going to expect laminated floors,
updated fixtures, new furniture, which includes the Murphy beds. So instead of those old uncomfortable couch beds, they now have the full down Murphy beds.
like you see at the Riviera, the Polynesian after they redid their rooms. Those things are awesome. I love those, other than the pull out old couches where you hurt your back sleeping on them and pulling them out.
Yeah, so this is a huge relief for all those guesting at DVC resorts. So that's already been already in progress, and it's actually expected to start wrapping up this spring.
Yeah, so book those rooms now. Actually, we tried to, but they were actually booking really fast. And this is one of our resorts that was actually on our top 5 list for DVC resorts this year, and this is one of the reasons why. We love Wilderness Lodge, and we wish we could have stayed here, but we unfortunately couldn't get reservations this summer to this one.
The good thing about being DVC members, I'll just plan it for another trip.
Let's go to our second resort that's being refurbished for 2023, which is
The Boardwalk Villas. So this is kind of an interesting one because it's already started their refurbishment, and it's not just the rooms, it's actually like the whole resort is getting a major uplift.
Yeah, we actually stayed here while they've been working on the outside of the resort. So like the ESPN club or restaurant, what it was called before, it's being replaced by Cake Bake Shop by
Gwendolyn Rogers.
So we saw that coming this year. They've been doing a lot of work on that boardwalk area for earlier this year. So we've seen those coming along.
I kind of actually feel like they've been taking away some of that boardwalk feel and they've redone the lobby already. They went to the Bellevue Lounge and they got new furniture and seating, which that was probably needed a little bit.
So what else is being done is
the Dundee's Sundries, say that fast, was converted to the Carousel Coffee with additional seating inside.
Yeah, I can say that one a lot better. And of course, they are going to be redoing some of the rooms. So you're going to be seeing new fixtures, new furniture.
Of course, fresh appliances, probably a little paint. And of course, they're getting those Murphy beds as well instead of the couches.
Yay! Everybody rejoice.
You know, we stayed in one last summer at the Boardwalk Villas. Actually, those were in pretty decent shape. Like, they are not going to need a whole lot of work.
Yeah, they were actually fairly nice. Maybe a little touch-up paint here and there, but we actually really enjoyed it. And again, this is another one that's on our top 5 for, well, they're going to be almost new by the end of the year. So they're a great place to stay, and it's very underrated to stay. Okay, so let's go to our next resort, which is
the Beach Club Villas. That is going to be starting, well, actually almost finishing. It started in January and it's ending in April. That was just kind of like their 7-year soft refurbishment. So it's going to be the flooring, the paint, upholstery, linens. And of course, they're getting the Murphy beds as well.
Again, yay, but trying to get a reservation, it's tough.
We actually stayed there in January 2019, and those rooms they were pretty rough up. They needed some TLC at that time.
So it's good to have those going on. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff we're seeing, a lot of delays, is because of 2020. Yeah, it delayed everything.
Well, and I will also say, when you have such an awesome resort with the Stormalong Bay, you want those rooms to match that.
And yeah.
So that it did need to kind of be brought up a little.
All right, so let's go away from Florida and let's head over to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay, so this is one that there hasn't been any concept art release for. So we're expecting them to update the furniture, fixtures, the flooring, the wall, the appliances, linens. Just kind of like the little touch up.
Hopefully they go to the Murphy beds too.
Yeah, I don't know much. We have, like we said, we haven't stayed at
Hilton Head. Yeah.
We almost did once.
Yeah, came close. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And our next resort is Vero Beach, Florida.
Okay, this is actually a much bigger deal. This is going to be a refurbishment of the rooms in 2023, but it's kind of weird where it rolls over into 2024 for the outside resort being refurbished.
Yeah, so this is kind of like where you've seen where we're just talking about Boardwalk, where it started one year and it's still going into the next year.
So we're expecting, once again, upholstery, linen, the fixtures, paint. I don't know, once again, if they need Murphy beds, might be a possibility.
Should we talk about pools?
Yeah, so this is a 2024. Florida does get a little cold in January, so I don't know how many people are in the pools over there. But the feature pool and pirate plunge pool will be refurbished. And during January 8th to sometime in March 2024, the Tiger Lily wet play area, the portholes, miniature golf, and the whirlpool spa will be closed. That's a lot.
So they're getting kind of a more major refurbishment, kind of.
Exactly. And actually, Vero Beach is one of those I really want to go stay at.
So if you hear this noise going on in the resort you're staying at, well, we told you why. So
okay, you're really having fun with that, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so it's kind of interesting because Brad and I were sitting there thinking, like, if we had to say what resorts we think as a bonus would need a refreshment next, like maybe looking to 2024, what would we say?
And we're kind of going back and forth a lot on this one because they've been doing a lot of refurbishments. I mean, the Poly needed it. They did it.
The one I really feel like needs a lot of TLC right now is Old Key West. Yeah. It's really nice. I don't know if it necessarily needs a linen and a lot, but it just felt like maybe a little touch up and paint. Maybe I would say those couches. I don't know in those setup of rooms in that living room how they would put in a Murphy bed.
Yeah, that's the problem with those rooms.
Because there's a lot of windows.
We love Old Key West when we stayed there. It's a great resort, but yeah, maybe need a little more TLC.
New couch beds.
It's been there since 91. It's the original. It's OG. Okay, and the other ones we were kind of talking about, well,
we kind of said maybe Animal Kingdom Lodge. Not a lot. Just like, once again, we'd love to see those Murphy beds come in.
Yep.
Some paint, I think more of anything, I would say, I just think they need the touch-ups. Maybe the upholstery, but not too bad.
Yeah, they all need I think all the rooms should really, if they can fit them, put those new Murphy beds in. They're so much more comfortable to sleep in. They are so much easier to deal with, and you can fold that couch up and be out of your way easily.
Exactly, and not have to worry about it. Our son has stayed with us in the Poly last summer, and we had those new Murphy bed sofas, and that was incredible.
Yeah.
Our son said he was so much more comfortable than on a couch or like that little pull-down bed as he's getting older.
And quite frankly, it just gave us more room because we flipped it up when we needed room. Okay, so like we were talking about the Murphy beds, there's things we love to see added to all these rooms when they do these refurbishments or just in general. I think one of my thing is I love USB ports, and you hear me say, here's a USB port, here's a USB port, because I love charging things. I really wish they would start making that transition to USB-C as, well, Europe is making the whole transition, the US is starting to, and it'd be nice to have those plug-in chargers there.
Okay, I would like to see the Keurig coffees pots in the room, or coffee makers, I guess you'd say. They've had them in the yacht club, we've had them in certain other rooms. So we'd like to see it in DVC rooms.
We actually had them at Boardwalk, but not in the villas. It was in a different room.
Yeah, when we stayed in the garden rooms.
Yeah, and the nice thing about the Keurig cups, it's just they're so much quicker and easier to make coffee in the morning. I know they're wasteful.
I know, maybe they could figure out something with that, like the reusable ones or recycle. But I like that they could put different flavors in the room. So it's just easier that way instead of, one person likes decaf coffee. Another person likes hot chocolate, and another person likes regular coffee. So that would kind of help a little.
Another thing we'd like to see in the rooms is more updated, I guess, what you say, electricity plugins, and those plug-in spots sometimes are just not in the right spots anymore because we plug a lot of things in and everything's down at the floor level, and we want to be up higher now, so I'd like to see more updates for something plugins too there. The last thing I think we would like to see updated, I would love to see it. I know Kim's going to be going, huh? But I would love to see the Wi-Fi updated to the Wi-Fi 6E, which is the newest standard of Wi-Fi for more speed, more...
You're right.
Because...
I am going, what? Brad's our techie in our family here.
But the reason is they can handle more speed, more faster, and quite frankly, we've been in some of the rooms that it's been, oh, come on! Especially at 7 a.m. when you're trying to make that reservation.
That virtual queue.
So, those are our ideas. Please let us know down in the comments if you'd like to stay at one of these 5 resorts, or what your ideas for summer improvements.
All right, so if you found this video helpful,
Please like
subscribe.
and follow along with our Ohana.
And with that, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. And
Find your magic.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone. Ooh, better back up here.